Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Point Walk the Walk Hoop Talk. I am Troy Miles, and again, I am here with my cohorts, Andy Davis and Craig Murray. Gentlemen, what's going on tonight?
Oh, how's it going, fellas? A lot of stuff to talk about.
Always. You know, as usual, it's just three guys having the conversation, old school views and new school news.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. Well, you know, March Madness is in the air. It's on everyone's mind. It's all over the airwaves. Exciting times. I mean, we debate about what's the best basketball in the world, and we've said it's between March Madness and the NBA playoffs. And you seem to think that you want to give the March Madness the nod this year. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've always said that it's the fact that it's one and done, win or go home. I don't think it's nothing like it, man. You know, in a 7-game series in the playoff, you know, it's great. All basketball is good, especially playoff time. But you know, in the pros, you get opportunity to, you know, you may lose 2, then you get to make an adjustment and things of that nature, which is also nice. I like that part of it too. But one and done. You got 40 minutes to get it done. If you don't get it done, it's over.
It's
for the seniors.
Yes.
For the seniors, tears.
It's happening in real time. Yeah.
Yes, man.
Right
to me,
now.
there's nothing like it, man. It's nothing like it, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Correct. We've been there. We know what it feels like to, you know, I was telling Ed the other day that when we were watching the young lady for now you got me so many teams, but we were watching the game. She did the nasty crossover and she missed the elbow jumper for the game winner. But the point of it is it was 0.4 seconds on the clock, and so they called timeout. They were awarded the ball back, but you could just see the anguish on her face, the pain on her face, the realization. Because I remember coming out when we were playing Boise and walking to the sideline. This is like my final walk off the court in college. It was such a weird feeling. It's just such an emotional juggernaut. I was captured. I was like, I could barely swallow. But that's the thing about the tournament. It's happening now and it's over. If somebody hits from half court, that happens.
Yeah, that happens.
You're on your way home.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're going to talk about it here soon, but you know, that's the same thing that happened with Santa Clara and Kentucky. I mean, the kid comes down and hits a big shot for Santa Clara, and my man pushed it back up the floor. And Pope said he yelled game as he shot the ball. And so, you know, that's the type of stuff. I mean, at one moment, Santa Clara goes, "We're on to the next round," and then you know, 2 seconds, 3-4 seconds later, Kentucky's like, "Nah, we're going." You know, so that's
March Madness.
It really is one shiny moment.
That's it, man.
And the thing that's so intriguing is the storylines. People that make names for themselves, and you know, and now it's a little bit different because you know it used to be you make a name for yourself because you're trying to catch the attention of the scouts and whatnot. Now you're making a name for yourself and you're performing well. I mean, you always want to perform well, but now what's also in the balance is your portal valuation goes up. You know,
definitely. Yeah.
You're looking to get
more money.
Yes. So the marketing of the game is of the individual marketing is astonishing and amazing, and it's fun to see the reality TV of all that's transpiring, and you know, and so on that level, it's hard to compare anything to that. But I personally think that the NBA playoffs, the level of play, because you after all, these are the top players on the planet, and and you're seeing some tremendous. You see some tremendous things that you may not necessarily see during the season because the coaches have more time to prepare, for those exchanges. And so you're seeing it's always high level basketball, but you're seeing high level execution. So
Yes.
I love the pageantry of the March Madness. I still love watching the NBA playoffs more than anything.
No,
What about you, Craig?
It's just good basketball during this time of the year, because you're getting everybody's best. You're starting to get everybody's best. Your coaches are on top of what they're doing, how they're, how they are, sitting there, scouting and adjusting. And, you got your players who, whether you're college or pro, you're making good plays, you're making bad plays. You're like, oh man, I can't believe he took that shot, or man, that was a hell of a shot. That was a good read, you know. Defenses, oh man, they adjusted to this right here. And, they threw a little trap and a little zone, a little press, those type of things are, or they run an out of bounds play and you go, damn, that was a hell of a play. So
That's
you
right.
get a chance to see all of that. So
That's
that's
right.
what's fun about all this time of the year.
And before I forget, I just want to mention that been there before moment of the year was Rick Pitino's reaction after the game winner. Was that classic? Look, I'm Coach Pitino.
I've been here before.
I've been here before. But our goal, and I'm going to convey this to my players. Our goal, yes, we came to win tonight, but we showed up to win the whole thing. I love that. That was so. That's like when I was a kid. You guys will laugh at this, but when I was a kid, one of the things I used to like about the gangster movies was when they finished talking, they never said bye. They just hung the phone up. I know it's silly.
He showed a little emotion when he ran when his kids came up to him though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He kind of he celebrated with his kids. Yeah, which is you're supposed to.
Yeah. But I did like that. So speaking of specifically, now we're into the Sweet 16. Let's talk about some rival. Let's talk about some games, some head to heads. I think you've got a list. Do we got the list of Sweet 16 games?
Right now we got Duke St. John.
We're gonna start with the guys or the girls. Let's start with the guys.
Guys, yeah. You want to just go game to game?
We can go game to game.
Yeah, let's go game to game.
Let's do it.
Duke St. John's.
Duke St. John's. Who? Craig? Let me tell you something. I said Craig and I couldn't cut you off immediately. That's hard. I've only watched St. John's play this one time, and that was the last game.
Same here.
So it's hard for me to make the evaluations in the best way. So I'm going to take a back seat to you guys, and I'll add on. But Craig, what are your thoughts about that matchup?
I think I was talking to you guys earlier, and St. John's is my dark horse. They're my dark horse, and the reason why is because I think they're built for game in and game out to win a tournament like this. Their physicality and their mental toughness and their fortitude of wanting to like they know who they are, and they know physically when they play the way they're capable, they can beat anybody. It reminds me of Baylor a few years ago when they beat Gonzaga in the championship, and the physicality that they imposed on every team that it was a different type of physicality, and I think they're the one team that I've watched, and I think Michigan is kind of the same way, but really
Alabama.
St. John's is, and it goes back to when you watch the reel that has Pitino talking to his team during a halftime speech when he was talking to them about where is your toughness, where's your will, where were you
Where you
raised?
from?
You know what I'm saying? But he hit him,
like
and he hit him hard. And ever since their team has understood that's part of their makeup of being from the New York area, that grit and that grime. And as much as I like Duke, and Duke's got, they got, obviously you got Boozer and you got some great players, but like you said, they've lost one guy, which I think it might hurt a little bit in this one that's coming up because the, there's some older guys on St. John's, and I think the pressure that they can imply on Duke, we'll see. I think that's to me that's the most intriguing round 16 game, and I'm glad we started off with it. But I believe St. John's. That's my dark horse.
Mm.
I agree with you on that. To piggyback off what you're saying about Duke being down a point guard, I was just mentioning to Craig how the point guard going down has given Caden an opportunity to come in and play, and he's played well.
Mm.
Caden has played well the last couple games. He stepped up. So hopefully do that. I'm going to go with Duke only because, like I said, I have a small sample of St. John's, and I don't believe Duke's I believe they get clipped a little later on down the road, but not now. That's just my opinion.
I would be more inclined to say the same thing. I think that St. John's they're not overachieving or underdogs at this point. I think they're playing to their capacity based on what Coach Pitino has to offer in terms of experience and having them be prepared. And so I would be if I was to bet, I would bet on Duke. But like I said, I've only seen St. John's play once, so I really don't have a expert opinion on that matter. What's up next, Ed?
Next game, Michigan State, UConn.
Ooh, knowledge. Correct?
To me, that's another intriguing matchup because
yes, it is.
Michigan State probably plays the most like St. John's in the physical way that they play. And they by far have the best athlete in the tournament. There is no doubt about it. Yeah, they have
true call.
My man jumps out the gym. And some of the stuff he does is those are like dunk contests, during the game that he's doing. So I like that physicality, but I watched UConn play against St. John's, and there was just something that I didn't feel that UConn they're a good team, but there's just something about them that I just go, you know what? It's tough. I know they won it 2 years, and they won it back to back, and now they're trying to get back into that mix again. I just don't see them having that next level player that can put them over the top like they've had before. I think they got good players. They got really good players, but I just don't see that next level. But I think that's going to be a good game. That's a toss up to me. At the end of the day, I like Michigan State, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay, yeah, for me, Michigan State, every year they start off slow. They're in the Big Ten, so I watched a lot of them because of SC and UCLA's in the Big Ten now. So I watched a lot of them, and they didn't play well early, but now just like Izzo's team, they always get better during this time of the year. So I think it's going to be intriguing, but I've seen them fall apart too many times this year. So I'm gonna take UConn. But like I said, it's a very intriguing game too. I'm going with UConn.
You said you've seen Michigan State fall apart.
Early in the year. Like I said, but they're a better team now, so I wouldn't be surprised if they pull it out. I'm gonna go with UConn. Like they're I don't know, maybe that Hurley thing. I like Bobby Hurley. Not Bobby Hurley, but I like Hurley, man. I do his brother. I like him as a coach.
As a coach.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, Michigan State has one of my favorite players. I love Fears. I love the way he plays. I love the way. Yeah, he's an excellent guard. I love his energy, his explosiveness. What's next, Ed?
Iowa versus Nebraska.
Yeah, that to me that to me is a Midwest thing. It's a Midwest thing.
Yep. Good way to explain it.
Yeah, I mean, they got the same type of players, and I like Hoiberg, so I would like to, Fred. So I'd like to see them get past. I think he had a rough time when he was with the Bulls the last time he was coaching there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So you always like to see him come back, and college coaching is what he was. So I give the nod to Nebraska, but I haven't watched Iowa enough this year to know who they really, really are at the end of the day. But I've watched Nebraska a little bit, so I give the nod to Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's a toss up. That's a toss up game, but I'm pulling for Nebraska too. I'll take Nebraska there.
What's next? What's
Next
next on
game,
there?
go ahead. Illinois versus Houston.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We said, ooh.
That's a marquee matchup. You know, you've got two All-Americans going head up. Yeah, that's a pickle.
Yeah, the Fleming is tough at Houston. Love his game.
Wackler is nasty.
Yeah.
Both are not ball dominant, but both have conductor ability. They have. I love both of those guys. We talked about them few episodes ago. How they're able to score at all three levels.
Yeah.
You talking about Fleming and Wagler?
Correct.
Wagler.
Yeah.
But I think the key might be Boswell for Illinois. And I've watched him play ever since he was playing prep in Arizona. So when he was playing for the prep team, the prep high school out of their Compass, and then he went on to Arizona, and he he did well at Arizona, but I think he really found out coming back to himself who he was coming back to Illinois. He's from Chicago, so watching him play, I like his game, and so I think because they do have the other guard with them that's really talented, I think Boswell allows him to play even more free because Boswell's back playing. So and Boswell was injured when he went through and had that big game where he scored 40 something points. It was because Boswell was out, and so now he's fully healthy. So now they're playing pretty good basketball. But I like the way Houston plays too, man. And Fleming, I just think he's next level good. So that'll be a good one. That'll be a good one. I would say I watched them both play. Oh, yeah, it's hard to go against Kelvin, man. And they they were in the Final Four. Yes, I would give it to Houston, but I wouldn't be surprised if Illinois, came through on that. It'll be a good game.
I would give Houston nod also. Are you guys surprised who are you most surprised that's not in the Sweet 16? What team are you really surprised that didn't make it?
For me, I thought Kansas. I thought Kansas would get there.
I thought Kansas
Kansas would get there. Yes,
would get through.
Right.
I thought Kansas would make it.
Yeah.
And Gonzaga.
Now the Gonzaga, I wasn't surprised because when they lost the big kid, it was just too hard. And I saw them play enough to where they were getting dominated on the boards. That's where they were getting killed, was on the boards. And then they lost. I mean, the big kid was just, they couldn't overcome that right there. So I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised they lost in their second round game to Texas. I wasn't surprised at that right there. But yeah, because that's who they had, Texas, right? Yeah. Yeah, wasn't. Yeah.
I think it was Texas.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I was kind of surprised that Virginia didn't get by Tennessee.
Oh, there we go.
I thought Virginia. Yeah, I thought Virginia played well all year.
Yeah,
they were solid.
Yes,
yes,
they did.
In every, I didn't see them get blown out all year. They were in every game. Had a chance to win. They had a chance to beat Tennessee. The ball just didn't go their way. So I'm kind of surprised Virginia didn't get to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, Virginia would be the one, the other team that I looked at, and then and then all your other main teams got through that you thought were going to be there. Your number ones are there, so it's open on some of that right there.
Now, speaking of staying with the surprises, now who are your surprise breakouts? Now, I'm gonna speak first here, and because we've talked about him, because I'm just so proud of him. It was just so thrilling to watch JP get down like that. Correct?
Glory to God. Filling into my role and being confident because I put the work in and I appreciate it. We all want to win, and that's the plan. We're not done, so it means a lot.
What's that feeling like? You get to play at least one more game.
Exciting, we're gonna keep competing and being tough. That's our motto. So.
Yes.
Texas Tech is got some gunslingers. Those guys, I mean, they don't mess around. They've got some serious scores, and some guys aren't afraid to put it up. And Jalen is playing like a NBA prospect at the moment.
Yeah. I like them, but I also I'm surprised that Texas getting to where they were. I'm surprised at Texas because they brought Sean in and automatically you thought that was gonna they had an okay year this year. It wasn't like they had a great year. They got in, but now they're making the most about being in, and we'll see what the next step, because like I said, I think they've not to take anything away from them, but that wasn't Gonzaga's top product. So all that being said, I was surprised at Texas. Texas probably is the biggest surprise that I've seen.
Yeah, your boy can coach though. He's a damn good coach.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
He's a damn good coach. Texas got better throughout the year, and they're playing well right now. I wouldn't be surprised who they got. They got Purdue. I wouldn't be surprised they beat Purdue. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, and also Texas Tech lost. I don't know if y'all know that,
lost
but
the second one.
yeah, they lost. Yeah, they lost. Yeah. You started stuff, Lou.
Next
game, Arizona.
No, I was just no. What I was saying was I was just shocked. I mean, we talked about surprise play by some individuals who in the tournament. I was speaking about Jalen Petty from Seattle, the Rainier Beach guard, who is has put himself on the radar for sure. We know about him here, and we talked about him like some episodes back, but he's pushed himself up to another level, just like the kid from High Point.
Oh yes, yes.
Ooh,
the guard and the shooter.
That boy can play.
Yeah,
that boy can play. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
What about the young dude from where's that? CBU. What's your boy?
Cal Baptist?
Boy, the
little guard?
Oh, yeah.
Can't nobody stand in front of him. They can't stand in front of that dude, man.
The guy's has an incredible first step, and it's almost like an optical illusion because he gets to the basket so quick. He sucks that space up so quick that by the time he gets to the big, he's putting it over the big guy, but he needs to work on his backboard skills a little bit. We talked about
first half he was hurting him.
Yeah, but the spot A, spot B, and the highest spot on the backboard, spot C. Backboard mastery is a thing, and if you didn't know, the virtual and that's a whole chapter in the virtual game of basketball. Let's just put that in there. But no, seriously, that kid is explosive, and what's so funny about that game? I was just about to call you guys and say, yeah, Craig, all that stuff you talking about DP and blah 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 this, and because Darren was killing, but when it came to crunch time, the young guard took over in the ways that you've been saying, hey, look, I'm waiting for Darren to take these games over as such, and that's what that guard was doing. And then on that mano showdown when he went head up with the guard and the guy took him off the dribble like he was standing there, I was like, damn, I can't even call these guys now, man. But he still played well. That's Peterson, and so he with some of the backstory information is coming to light that it was that his situation is circumstantial based on famous preseason workout regimens he puts the guys through, and then apparently Darren got a total body cramp, and then he had some issues with
Mm-hmm.
that, and he was kind of
Mm-hmm.
it put him in a tentative space and all those things, and the word is that he's the hardest worker that they've seen, and so
All right, all right, all right.
I'm just saying. So
Yeah, okay, okay.
I'm not trying to
Come on,
to
man.
ride or anything, but it's going to be very interesting who's selected first. We've talked about it before. But from a
What you were just talking about, his agent put that out. That what you just told me, his agent put that out. Yeah, he did. I'm just letting you know, his agent put that out.
Yeah.
Come on, I mean, he's doing his job. Come on,
Yeah.
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 Well,
you know.
that's
Yeah.
true. And you never know.
His stock dropped.
It could have.
Mhm.
That now, but you never know what the person's
The kid can
motives
play. The
are.
kid can play,
He
man.
can
No,
really
he can
play.
play.
The
There's
kid
no
can
doubt.
play.
He
Ain't no
got
doubt. Ain't no
game.
doubt about it. The kid can
Yeah.
play.
He can
Yeah.
really play.
He has. There's questions,
Now,
Yeah.
and there's nothing more to say because if you have an opportunity to pick him up and you don't, you've made a mistake. If I'm taking DeBonsa. If I need a big, I'm taking Boozer.
Yeah.
If I need a guard, I'm taking
You,
a cuff, and
what,
Darren
you,
Peterson's coming
yeah.
right after that. It is
Well,
what
you,
it
you got,
is.
yeah, you got so much good talent that's going to be coming up in this draft. It's kind of what you need, not just taking the best player right off the bat,
It's
because
what
you
you
got
need.
enough of what you
Yes,
need. It's what you need.
yes.
And the thing is people still don't know if Devonta is coming out. That's the thing.
what
Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig.
Yeah,
Come on.
but
Well,
you
you know
never
what? He did
know.
make
hey,
8 million.
he's
Yeah,
making
But
he's making 7 million a year.
they're
it's
making
true, Dad.
they're making the
Yeah,
money
no, they're
Yeah,
now,
not.
and
yeah,
they're getting the marketing dollars as well.
yeah.
So it may be the best move for your situation. I
It's possible.
Yeah.
can't speak to that. Uh, but I can speak of real quick. Would just be before you get back to that list, Ed. We talked about Darren Peterson dropping off a little bit. Well, his stock falling. Well, the All American teams came out, and there's 3 teams, 15 players, and his name was not amongst them. What do you guys think about that?
No.
Well, I think that goes back to the inconsistency of the season of not
Yeah.
being there. I mean, I still think I would have put him on the All American list somewhere, but
Yes. He-
he wasn't on the first team. But definitely, he deserves to be on the All American list because he had enough quality play to be able
yeah.
to. There's those voters, whoever they are, looked at that other stuff obviously. So
Well, let's look at the first team All Americans. AJ DeBonsa, Brigham Young, JP Toppin,
well,
Tech, Carlos, I mean Carlos, Cameron Boozer, Darius Acuff, uh, how you say his name's Lindenberg's
well,
first name. How you say his first name?
From Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah, the big,
well,
Axel.
yeah, yeah, the big boy. Second team
Yeah.
with Joshua Jefferson, Iowa State, Brandon Smith, Purdue, Jeremy Fears, Michigan State, Keaton, Wagler, Illinois, and Caleb Wilson, UNC
North
Tar
Carolina.
Heels.
Yeah.
Third team is Fleming's, Houston, Graham Ike, Gonzaga, LeBaron Phelan, Alabama, Thomas Howe, Florida, and Christian Anderson, Texas Tech.
Now I think he deserves to be in there because both
Yeah.
Toppin and Wilson missed a lot of time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, that's just, at least Peterson, he played through the season. It's just I think it came back to I don't think you faulting for, we can have our own opinions about, what we think of that. He still was productive for enough
Mm-hmm.
quality games. I think he deserves to be, because you can't tell me there's 15 players that are better than him in the country. There's no. That's
No.
No, that's the voters punishing him. They punishing the voters.
Perception.
right.
It was
Yeah,
basically a perception thing.
yeah.
So
I
where
think
you?
they did your boy wrong too. Cole
Who's that?
Pete from Arizona.
Right.
He should have got more of a look. And then also the point guard from Arizona, Bradley. He had a
That's
good
the one
year.
I'm surprised Knox on now.
Yeah,
Now
he
that's
had
wrong.
a hell of a year. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a hell of a year. They're the
Uh-huh.
number one team or the number two team and the number 1, 2 team in the country all year long.
There you go.
Nah,
Yep.
that's not right.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there you go. All right, what's going on with that list, bro?
Next game, we got Arizona and Arkansas. Good game. That's an excellent game.
Excellent game.
Yes.
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 I'm hoping I'm hoping that Arkansas wins, but that's a little sentimental value there. Arizona's got some players, man.
They do.
I,
Yeah, Arkansas got some players.
Arkansas's got to win. That's going to be that's we're gonna have to see. I'm hoping that Arkansas wins this, but
Right.
They got Brazil, right? Brazil, the tall, long kid, and then the other kid.
they got
Yeah.
God, I forgot his name. They're two bigs. Brazil and the
Yeah.
other kid with a fro. I forgot his name. And A Cup. Man, that's gonna be an interesting game there. That can go either way.
It'll be a good game. I'm hoping for because I know Tommy and known him for a long time. I do want to see them win a national championship because I think he does it the right way, and he's just they have enough to do what they need to do. Their kryptonite sometimes becomes when they play against just as physical talent as them. That becomes their kryptonite.
We talking
More
Arizona?
athleticism.
You talking
The one
Arizona,
thing
right?
what's that now?
You talking
Talking
Arizona?
about Yeah, I'm talking about Arizona. Their kryptonite sometimes is the physicality. The one thing that they did do this year is they went out and got a Koa Pete, who is
Yes.
so physically aggressive. It changes who they are as a team. You know what I mean? Because he plays so physical with his aggressiveness that way right there. So that to me separates who they used to be to who they are now. So I think Arkansas is good, but I think Arizona is a little too much for Arkansas at this time of who Arkansas has.
It's interesting what you just said, Craig, because Ed and I were talking about that earlier. Is that a lot of the teams that are still standing, they have outstanding freshmen that they bring into the program. Because we were talking about Hubert Davis losing his job, and Ed felt like his shortcoming was the recruiting element. Well, the portal is it's its own thing, and it has its place. But you've got to get out on the road, and you've got to recruit, and you've got to get that marquee guy in your program. You've got these freshmen, the top freshman players, because the top freshman players are buoying these programs. So
Yes.
when you said when they went out and got a Koa Pete,
Well,
it's imperative that you have that element. You said he does it right. You've got to recruit.
yes.
Not only do you got to keep the guys that you have,
Yep.
but you got to get out there and keep yourself relevant every single season. It's even more imperative now because there's no limits.
Right. Right. No, definitely.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Next,
Yep.
Next, what we got?
we got Texas Purdue.
Texas.
Craig.
I'm gonna say Purdue. I'm gonna say
Okay,
Purdue,
yeah.
just because I I I think they've won 2 games. Texas has. I haven't bought in to them being move on after this phase of the tournament and get to that point. Purdue, I think they played and probably man, that was the turn. I mean, the league that they played in was great. The physical play that they play, the physical
Hey, Tim,
style that they play. Purdue. They're coached the right way with Painter. And I love their guard Smith, man. I love him.
I
Yeah,
told you earlier year about him, Craig. Remember?
yeah,
we were talking about him tonight, Craig.
He's solid,
yeah,
man. He's
Yeah,
solid.
yeah.
and I just said Texas because I thought you were going to say that because that's the home team. But your family.
I got Purdue as well. I mean, they're more mature, and their bigs are good. So I'm gonna pull with I'm gonna go with Purdue as well. Next, we got Michigan, Alabama.
Ooh, heavyweights.
Yes. I believe Michigan.
You have to prove
I
to me
believe,
that you can beat. You have to prove to me you can beat Michigan. Go ahead, Craig.
Thank you. There
I'm
you
the
go.
same. I'm the
Same here.
Michigan had
Nothing else
too
to say.
many wins, and even the way they're playing in the tournament right now, it's like they've recharged their battery, and they're like, we're out to destroy whoever's in front of us. I mean, would they win their first 2 games by at least 20 each game? So
They don't have.
So-
They don't
That's
have.
how I feel about. That's how I feel about Arizona. I feel that way about Arizona.
They don't have any
Yeah.
weaknesses.
No, they don't. They don't. They've got experience. They got, yeah. So definitely.
Next up, Tennessee, Iowa State.
Tennessee, who?
Iowa State.
I haven't seen either of those teams play all season long.
I've seen. I have.
I watched a little bit of the tournament play, but that's about it.
I like Iowa State. I've watched them play. I like their point guard. But they play hard and they play physical and they play hard. They play that Midwest style of ball, where you're
Mhm.
physical, you're aggressive, you put screens on people, you got to block them out, I like Iowa State.
I think Iowa State win. I think Tennessee gonna give them a rough battle though, but
Yes.
Iowa State will win. Tennessee has a top flight point guard. This dude is good, bucket getter, runs the team well. But like you said, Craig, I think Iowa State pulls that out. Yeah. That's it. That's the Sweet 16. So now we at the Final 8. So we come back next week. Well, we'll be at Final 4 then, right?
No, we're after this round, after Thursday's games, we'll be at the Elite 8. Because right now,
Oh, you're right. You're right. But this weekend we'll be have the Final Fours, right?
by this weekend,
Not playing, but we'll have a Final Four teams.
Yes.
See what I'm
Yes, we
saying?
will.
Yeah. See, so
Yeah.
I guess we'll talk about the Final Four because, well, who you got
We'll
going
be
to the
able
Final
to
Four
talk
then?
about.
Real
We'll be able
quick.
to talk about both.
Yeah.
What happened.
So I guess we'll talk about the girls next week maybe. What
we'll talk about
if
the
we get a
girls.
chance? So who you guys got in the Final Four? 37.
Damn.
Who do you think would be in the Final Four?
I got Michigan. I got probably Craig's boys, the Wildcats.
Michigan. So you got Houston, Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska.
Houston and
Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, UConn.
I'm trying to figure. I'll probably say I'll probably go UConn.
I'm going St. John's, Arizona, Michigan. Who was the other?
Houston, Illinois, Nebraska, Iowa.
Houston.
Yep. Ours is
And
the
then-
same. I just got I got UConn. I think me and Troy's the same. UConn, Arizona, Michigan, Houston.
Yeah. As much as I'd like to see, because I think St. John's is my dark horse. I think Arizona cuts down the nets this year.
Thank you. I said the same thing. Yep. Same here.
Anyway, I guess we're gonna have to end on that note because we are at the end once again, and it always goes so fast. We just get on here and we start running our mouths, and bam, There it is.
That's it.
If you were gracious enough to hang with us this whole time, we appreciate you. This is your first time watching. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, leave a comment. We want to hear from you. Please tell a friend.
Right.
Let them know that these three guys having a conversation are on to something. They know a little something about basketball. And that is the truth. And we're here every Thursday, 4 p.m., same bat channel. So, guys, what you got to say?
Hey, keep on March Madness. Let's go. Keep it on.
Let's do
Keep
this.
it going. And
Yep.
Ed, you got anything to say special?
Yeah, man. North Carolina.
He said
Sign Mark Jackson.
He
Hi,
said
Mark Jackson. North
Hire
Carolina.
Mark
Hi,
Jackson.
Mark. Come on, man.
North Carolina
Come on,
hired
man.
Mark Jackson. And
Somebody.
Greg, you know, I got to keep. I'm gonna throw this out here. I'm gonna keep throwing it out here. I'm hopeful that they will lower the women's baskets. Yeah. Change the
We
game.
discuss that next week.
We'll talk about it a little bit next week. All right, fellas. Peace and love. Yes.
Have a good one.
Get well, Moody.
Yeah. Get well, Moody.